to really lay down the groundwork. They have to at least go 1-1 here.
They need a singular point against TLPH. Anything to do with them can be real scary because you never know what you're going to get. Are you going to get the Cavaliers Express, or are you just going to play it low and slow? But let's jump into it. Back here into the land of Dawn, our second series of the day. TLPH on blue side up against Team Spirit on red.
All right, so we saw this before. Team Spirit have been going the Roger jungle. Last time, though, they stuck Hiko on the Ruby. This time, what I like to see, he's going to be on the Claude. For those that don't know, Hiko, he's a young kid. He's like 15, 16. Prodigy in his own right, still has time to grow. But when he was in the MCC championship, this kid was working his behind off, and I want to see him pop off here. I think he does have some opportunity, but his team has to give him the space, and he's going to be going up against one of the best in the world in the gold lane, Benny Cutie, the man, the myth, the legend.
Best in the world, definitely. I think that Benny Cutie in this type of position, especially when you're up against Hiko, he's going to play a very, relatively passive game, but Benny is different. He likes to get in your face even when he doesn't have the items, right? He's baiting out these mistakes, trying to keep you on your toes at every stage of the game.
So, I mean, Team Spirit taking things slow. Same thing with Liquid Echo. We don't have a Zorn on the field right now jumping in people's faces, but Carl Teasy actually going to jump into Kid Bomba's face right there. Sanford able to get a little bit of poke damage, nothing too major. Still back to a 30-second still turtle.
Well, I think this is good specifically for Carl Teasy because now without King Bomba having that flicker, he can't just get into the middle of the fight, go for the Daytona's welcome, and secure the neutral. Kid Bomba getting attacked again, though.
They're bullying the EXP lane right now. Luckily, Sawo finally comes up along with Sunset Lover. Now, we've seen Sunset Lover on the Novaria before. We know he knows how to land those shots. So we have some late game potential here. Him and Hiko. If Marl can pop off, there's some early game possibilities too. Let's break down some of the win cons for Liquid Echo though.
All right, it's simply for Liquid Echo. All they have to do is just look for these big flank angles, right? If they can get Hiko out of position, and more importantly, if Marl overextends, there is big punishment coming out from Liquid Echo. They can attack from multiple different sides, and they have an insurance policy of Betty QT. But for Team Spirit, it's a little bit different. They do actually need to fight for these neutral objectives, or at the very least, get Hiko to 3 items.
But it seems like they don't want to. They don't want to force anything up front at least. And I'm wondering why they have Sawo on this heavy roamer. They have the ability to kind of get aggressive if they want to. I will say this, Sanford a level ahead of Kid Bomba right now. It could have just been the call. Team Spirit also, you got to think about it. You're behind 2 games already from a previous series. You don't want to throw. You don't want to get crazy. You're up against Liquid Echo. But what did Beloyski say? They got to come into this with confidence, man. They got to come into this willing to go for the 50-50 sometimes.
I'm going to take it even further. I think Team Spirit need to be decisive, right? A lot of the times their indecisions cost them a lot of resources on the map. We saw this previously when they played, and now, even today, we're seeing that Team Spirit, at the very least, the matches that they have lost was, well, to a certain degree indecision, to a certain degree bad execution. But I think today, Team Spirit, if they're going to make some smart choices, I think for one, that mid lane must be clear. Sunset Lover needs to be able to get across the map, because right now, Carl Teasy has too much influence.
All right, so where do we go from here? We're 3.5 minutes in, not a single kill on the board. This is uncanny for what the meta has been lately. Normally, we get at least 3 by 3 minutes. Normally, there's a big skirmish at the turtle, but both teams just taking their time. And I do think it kind of works in the favor of Team Spirit a little bit if they can really get to the late game. But it looks like Marl's going to get a little bit of poke. They want to try to contest for this crab. I think it did go over the side of Team Liquid there. Marl at level 6. Carl Teasy level 6. I mean, things are at a standstill.
They're pretty even and far so far. Level 7 is going to be achieved by both junglers at this point of time, but even so, I think it's going to be slow rolling for Team Spirit unless we see Liquid Echo make a significant mistake. But then again, they still have the guiding wins with JP if that does happen, right? And that's the beauty of Liquid Echo. Yes, we want to be aggressive. Yes, we want to make plays, but we also have insurance policies.
You know, another big thing that we haven't talked about is the Lu Yi is in the land of Dawn right now. We saw it lose one time. Fireflux gave it up with confidence, and we're still able to win over it. Will Team Spirit be able to pull it off? Because even with that loss, Lu Yi, what, like 95% win rate, something like that. But Black Dragon does come out, going to zone away Kid Bomba. Carl Teasy still able to hold it down, able to take the turtle. A lot of damage on a Kid Bomba. First blood over to JP. Team Spirit now on the run. Diversion comes in though. Marl kind of calls it. Almost able to dash away, but falls. Sanford takes the kill.
And this is why you ban Lo Yi every single time. These fast feints, these fast diversions coming out from Lo Yi players have been catching a lot of teams off guard. Usually what we see is pretty atypical of like NIP Flash, where you get into their back lines. But even for these moments like this, Liquid Echo are just playing off of their battle spell. Sanford, be aggressive with it. Use that Petrify whenever you can. When it comes off a cooldown, we'll make another play.
All right, so with that being said, we're finally seeing Sanji use the diversion. We're seeing the possibilities come. Team Spirit take a huge risk on game one, giving up that Lu Yi. What is the answer to it? It seems like they've been trying to stay tight, right? But the problem is you have Sunset Lover on this Novaria, who's so far back, it's hard to stay tight.
Yeah, I think Sunset Lover, it's okay for him to be pretty far out because I think he's going to have to use those Astral Echoes and just skill shots in general to open up this map safely for Team Spirit. You never know.
Oh, Kid Bomba taking a lot of damage, able to get the nom-noms off. Will he be able to escape? Sanji gonna get pushed under the tower.
Uh-oh.
Also brought down to about 30%. Sunset Lover pulling up to help up. Looks like they're gonna be okay though.
Does he land the shot? Oh, Sanji's still pretty healthy off of this. And maybe even a punish here.
Sunset should be okay, as long as Sanford doesn't do anything crazy. No diversion from Sanji, doesn't have it.
This is getting a little, man, it's kind of frustrating because Liquid Echo right now, they are breaking the tempo of Team Spirit because now Sunset Lover has to recall and he's going to be late to get into the back into his mid lane, while Kid Bomba, now he's trying to maintain these stacks, but TLPH are making sure that all the enablers for those stacks are taken away. The Beetle is going to be gone. I'm guessing the River Crab is also going to be another priority. Man, Team Spirit, I think it's going to be hard for them to initiate something that has substance.
Ooh, look at Hiko though, being aggressive. He's holding his own in this gold lane. We got to give him that. Benny Cutie is a level up though. Turtle on the field here. Do we think that Team Spirit tries to contest this one at least? I
think they definitely have an opportunity, but that's on condition, right? Are they more interested in securing the turtle, which I don't think Team Spirit should focus on? They should be focusing on getting Marl some kills here. They need to chunk out their opponents with or without that turtle.
Diversion play, gonna go down on top of Hiko. Hiko in trouble, knocked up, taking out Benny, able to pick up the kill. He was just hanging out, man. He wasn't even going for tower.
The passive play is starting to cost them. Liquid Echo dictating the tempo and now invading at the 7th minute.
God, the diversion is so disgusting. Kid Bomba able to get the Daytona's welcome. Nice knock up. Sanji down. Sunset Lover able to pick up the kill. Kid Bomba finds JP. Carl Teasy now on the run. Here comes the Black Dragon from Sanford. Look for the Petrify. Look for the knock up. A lot of damage on a Kid Bomba. Benny Cutie shredding him down. The Petrify and Kid Bomba along with Marl fall. Just when they had a win, it comes out equalized.
Yep, Kid Bomba, he got priority. He rotated first. He made a good play, but wait, this might be a response. I mean,
Hiko finds the kill onto Sanford.
He nails it. He nails it down. I was about to say Liquid Echo responded so fast in Team Spirit, but here we go.
Diversion.
It's going to happen again.
That's dangerous. Not again, Hiko. PTSD kicking in. He's able to be in my way, though.
Woo, still alive, and best yet, doesn't lose his Purify. But on the opposite side of the map, right? What did I say? Insurance policies. Team Liquid, they've got their conditions met.
Yeah, they get that tower. Now holding about a 3,000 gold, or two and a half gold lead here. Nothing too major. Anything big in the items?
When we look at the items so far, my biggest... Wait, hold on. Sunset Lover should be fine, but...
That's not fine. This is not okay right now for Team Spirit. They're taking a little bit too much.
I think they're taking way too much. I definitely thought Benny QT didn't have enough damage based on the items that he had, but it looks like I was wrong. It looks like Sunset Lover is falling further and further behind. I mean, look at that, right? Already with the Holy Crystal, he's got 2K ahead on top of Hiko because of the amount of attack. Like, this is disgusting.
Not one, but two. 2,000 gold ahead. Hiko hasn't even gotten the full Trinity in just yet. He's still looking. He's hunting for any bit of gold he can salvage, looking for change on the ground. Kid Bomba's going to pick some up, though. Can they get the kill? Kid Bomba falls across. Easy gets away, making Salvo, too. Hiko forced the BMI back. JP still, but watch Sanford with the Black Dragon. Gonna pull up into town here, looking straight for Hiko. Blazing Duet comes down with a Petrify lock on, and Sanford finds another one. Finally falls to Marl. That's gonna be a first kill for Marl. He's 1 and 2, but Sanford just shredding up, and while this is happening, Liquid Echo are going to take this Lord.
I'm telling you, these tempo breakers from Liquid Echo, just to maintain control of the momentum of this game, are willing to sacrifice members. And let's look at the replay one more time, because in this bout alone, the initial kill seemed like a good idea, but then when they get pincered in towards their jungle, Sanford sees the angle and says, hey, if I get a kill here, it's worthwhile. If I get two, it'd be high profits, but at the end of the day, we guarantee a neutral objective.
So they find something. I mean, it feels like every time Team Spirit's about to come out on top in a trade, Liquid Echo finds one more.
Yep.
They always one-up them, you know? Oh, you got one of my pieces, we're going to take a tower too. You got one of my heroes, we'll take two. They always seem to win out in these trades, Team Spirit, and I'm wondering if it's just a disengage. Ooh, Hiko taking a lot of damage. Tower does go down. Benny Cutie dashes in, but he's getting shredded down. A lot of damage coming out from Marl. Big Manoan's Fury able to get the knock up, make it two. Benny Cutie able to just get away. Thanks to the guiding wind, Sanford finds a kill. Salwo down. Hiko, BMI back. The Lord still up right now.
Oh my goodness, the one item that denied Liquid Echo a option, an opportunity to make it an M5 to defend their title, now saving Benny QT's life. That flask of Oasis, holy!
There's nothing they can do right now. They are at the whims of the Cavalry as Liquid Echo tramples forward. Another tower falls. Team Spirit on the defense. It's a 7,000 gold lead for Liquid Echo. Marl taking a buttload of damage right there. Hiko just looking for anything he can. Gold pieces, health bars, but coming up with nothing.
It's really brutal to see, because now most of the time when you deal with Aloy, it's like, okay, we just need to not be in a linear position. We got to be mindful of the things that could splash a majority of her damage to the rest of our team. But when you're pushed back underneath your turret, that's a whole different story. It's either you give it up or you just eat the damage, and Team Spirit refuse to let the inhibitors go.
Hey, I love the Echo fans in the building right there.
Let's go! The Cavalry is here!
Cavalry is here. The Cavalry buff in the building. Team Spirit, though, a little bit far from home. We have seen them pull some things off in their time, man. We have seen Team Spirit make upsets come. They're going to have to do something crazy here. They need a miracle. I do think it's possible. They're not completely out of the realm of possibilities, but it's not going to be easy.
Honestly, we need to see a little bit of foreplay here from the side of Team Spirit. We need to see something of substance so that we can really show off what they are truly capable of. Because right now, it feels like they're losing confidence, right? They're really waiting for an opportunity for Team Liquid Echo to overextend like they did just now.
And look at the position. So look at the map right now. Sanji and Benny are just hanging out, right? They got a string tied to each other, and they stay pretty far back. They're never too engaged when it feels like a fight's going to come, because the goal is we just diverge into where we need to be at any point, and they're the ones who are bringing the foreplay. And how does Team Spirit even work that out, right?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, the airdrop! Black Dragon comes in, able to zone him out and just guarantee the Lord. Benny Cutie dashes, gets the entropy. But able to disengage. The Lord going to be coming soon.
So that's how Amazon sends our packages. Every single time. Just get Black Dragon, TP it right to your doorstep. But now they're going to be back and away. Let's look at the items real quick to see where we're currently at. Loyi with that Divine Glaive. Oh, man, Carl, stop playing so disrespectfully. I'm trying to talk about items here. Thank you very much. Now, back to the items here, because these Flask of Oasis is keeping a lot of the squishier members alive, like Marlon as well as Hiko. However, in terms of like the raw poke, I was expecting Sunset Lover to get more done here, but it looks like he's missing out on his third item before he can really do some work.
I mean, one thing surprising though, Marl has been keeping up. He's actually 100 gold ahead right now, you know? I mean, so he's not completely out. Hiko though, with that 1-2-1, this is one of their big shredders. This is one of the people that's going to bring Carl TZ down, bring Sanford down, stop JP from engaging so much, but he's just unable to fully come online. Sawo also, those meteors, you know, I think it's, even if they are getting the damage, JP just tops them up.
Yep, this is, oh man, JP, it's all his fault again. Wait.
Ooh, Sawo gets a little bit of a knock up there. Sanford still playing the distance. Lord able to break through. Team Spirit doesn't want to give up that mid-inhib though. Hiko able to defend, able to keep them at bay, just shooting shots from behind the wall right now. Benny Cutie just hanging out taking creep camps, man.
Yeah, he's playing his own minigame, right? While everybody is like, you know, hey, stay on the front line, keep them back in their base. We cut back to like, just building the economy. This is for we're saving for our retirement fund, building up that 401k.
He's looking like J. Cole in the Kendrick Drake beef, man. He's just hanging out in the backside.
I can hear it playing in my head already. Inhibitors should eventually be falling, but Team Spirit, honest to God, are doing a really good job holding on.
Most definitely. I mean, Liquid Echo not freezing like they. Oh, Kid Bomba gone. Bombastic, taken off the map right there. And that's going to be the blood that Liquid Echo smells. They're going to try to push in. They're not even waiting for a Lord here. Black Dragon comes in, zoning back Hiko. Hiko gets a couple free shots off. BMI's back as well. Team Spirit huddled around the crystal right now. Sanji takes a meteor to the face, but he's okay.
All right, at least they back away. Now, Liquid Echo have no reason to stick around any longer. Whatever they push is just putting them in. Oh my God.
What just happened?
Benny Cutie just one-shot Sunset Lover. Ooh. Sunset is like, hey, high five, and Benny Cutie is like, give me the rest of your arm. I'll take your shoulders and legs.
Give me your shoes.
Yeah, give me your shoes.
I like that jacket, Holmes.
Where's your wallet? You know what? Donate it. You can keep that. I'll leave that with you.
Oh, God. That hurts.
I mean, Benny Cutie is honestly...
Ooh, Marl finds Sanford, though.
Oh, he does find Sanford. Is he a sacrificial lamb? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he got, honestly, just caught off.
Ooh, Duality procs, pulls him in. Carl Teasy able to get a little bit of poke off. Salvo also playing the back and forth. Marl getting pokes. Hiko getting pokes. Nice blazing duet. Ooh. But Sanji just gets away. Hiko's hungry, though. Diversion is coming. They're going to send them back to their own side of the map. Team Liquid, the cavalry finally reclines.
They got to keep on playing just like this, right? Team Spirit, every single one of these picks is going to be worthwhile. Now that they've hit 42k, Hiko, he's got some relevant damage in these fights.
They're going for it. They need this Lord right here. Kid Bomba takes a lot of damage. Marl takes it. Team Spirit finally comes out. Benny Cutie down. This could be huge. Hiko, find another one. Immortality pops. Carl Teasy gonna try to get away here. Marl, Hiko, the rest of the squad decide not to force, but maybe Hiko, he's dancing, he's looking, but he decides to back off. They play it safe. No diversion play just yet. They're gonna stay back at the mid. But Carl Teasy looking for Hiko. BMI's but falls, and Sanji gets the kill. Lord coming out of base just in time, and Kid Bomba, the passive.
Oh, no. That's so unfortunate because Team Spirit had an incredible opportunity. They took out the big, heavy hitters, but when one person is down, main damage dealer gone, Sanji is there to back him up. That's why I keep saying, Liquid Echo, they've got full coverage in their insurance plan.
That is tough, man. The coverage is strong.
It's too good.
My coverage never helps me out.
That's why. I mean, it's crazy to believe that we've come to a point where even Sanford, he's like, you know what? I can go for some extra damage. So give me that dire hit there. No Sky Piercer. No investment in that. Give me more tank items. I'll take the blessing.
Not only this, but Carl Teasy, he had like, what, 15% health bar right there, and he was like, I'm going for it. We can take down Hiko, me, myself, and I. I mean, but he had the coverage. He had Sanji in the backside with the diversion, just in case things got back. Sanji could come in. I mean, it was just... Man, Liquid Echo are so good at just limit pushing, right? They know their limits to the T. They know exactly how much time they can stay in a battle. They know exactly how far they can push themselves.
Honestly, that's why. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hiko, that's not good for Hiko. BMI's back. Carl TZ should be okay. And here comes an urgent play. The flank, the angles. Black Dragon's going to take hightail, though. The cavalry this time retreating.
Even Sanford's like, okay, I only have dire hit, not Sky Piercer, so like, let's call this one off. let's back away. We don't have the angle for it, so we'll just wait another time, right? To Liquid Echo, this game is starting to,
oh, so much damage.
So much. They got to be careful when they clump up together. I think even for Liquid Echo, like, they really need that Lord to close out this game. They don't have strong engagement tools. What they do have is a lot of mobility with the help of the Divergence.
I will say this, we are finally seeing some back and forth. Liquid Echo isn't just always in their face anymore. When they're out of certain skills, when the Black Dragon's gone and they're not able to pull it off, they back off when Team Spirit's coming out. So we know that there's some possibilities that Team Spirit could come out on top of a fight. We saw the last Lord fight. We saw them actually win out in the small skirmish. It was just the escape plan that didn't work out in their favor.
Maybe that could be a testament to foresight to a certain degree. But I think that in these types of cases, Team Spirit, as of right now, have just as much of a chance to win as to Liquid Echo, right? They've scaled up. We're basically at max items, and it's all about who can execute better. And you can just hear the crowd just be like, oh, he almost got Hiko.
A Virgin back down to the Lord. Oh, that's so dirty. That's not fair. So Virgin, oh my God, you can't even. They didn't even get the invitation to that party.
Nobody gets an invitation to Loyi's party here. And look at the top side, right? You reacted, you get punished. Do you think this is a fun game to play anymore, right? Like, this is not a children's game. This is a chess match that Liquid Echo, right, currently is up by a lot of pieces.
Golly. It is the mind game of the century right here. Team Spirit doesn't know which way to go, and they're also forced to stay in this tight formation because if anyone gets caught slacking, Liquid Echo is going to pick them off. But here comes the Black Dragon. Moral takes a little bit of damage. Sanford misses the knockup on Asabo, but the base is getting connected on. Kid Bomba still defending. Lord finally goes down. Minion's still there. Benny QD able to find Kid Bomba. Marl able to get some nice damage on Benny. Benny, Immortality pops. Sabo gets the knockup. Looking for more, but he finally falls. Marl falls as well. Immortality's all over the place. Hiko unable to stand against them. Sanji, Benny get the kills, and Team Spirit will go down in game number 1.
GG, well played to TLPH. These guys are nasty, man. And honestly, I have to admit, I feel like the MVP to a certain degree is JP in this case, right? This man is giving shields the size of their health bar towards the later stages of the game. And that really hindered the plan of what Team Spirit wanted to do because they found great engages. Don't get me wrong. They had the damage for it, but those extra shields made all the difference for TLPH to control that game. With that being said, let's throw it over to our analyst panel. LaFell, take it away.
Great job, Gideon, as well as Strax. So now it's our turn, but let's talk about how close this was at the end of the game. Transitioning from 15 to 60 minutes around the Lord area, Team Spirit made it look shaky for TLPH.
I saw a good amount of the team secret that we all fell in love with at M5 towards the later half of this game, in the ultra late game. But yeah, you're right, LaFell. Early on, you'll see here, even at the 8-minute mark, they were putting up a fight, but it was clearly Liquid Echo throwing bodies.
I think the major problem is that the Natan just deals so much damage, especially against the Barats. Like, as a Barats, you can't run away. Like, you know, for me personally, I would not pick a Barats going up against a Natan. Like, it's not a fun time.
There were multiple reasons for the Barats to not have done its job, right? Not just the Nathan. Actually, even if you just ran into randomly Sanji or even Carl TZ, your big guy stats don't matter.
True.
You will just be shredded down. And the aforementioned problem that Wolf prefaced the draft with, this is a very Harry Potter lineup, right? But I prefer Percy Jackson. But
okay.
I'm right. Yeah, that's.
No, you're right. You're right.
Magic,
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. But we gotta talk about that Loyi though.
Star Trek. Louis was okay. Casters mentioned the silent worker in JP, right? The shields that allowed for Liquid Echo, TLPH to be this aggressive. But I think Sanji was the reason why JP was where he needed to be anyways. Like, he was always just around. The fact that they folded the map like a wormhole made JP's job to assist and to shield up everyone all the more easier.
I believe this is also the comfort playstyle of Team Liquid Echo. That's why there are multiple layers about this Loyi pick coming out from Team Liquid Echo, which is the fact that they only got the strongest hero of the meta game right now, the Loyi. And the fact that this is Echo, they can play this high-octane kind of gameplay where they're just constantly trying to fight. All they have to do was to heal up and then get back to the fray, you know?
Let's look back at the game here because, again, we saw instances where, honestly, Kid Bomba on the Barats was the initiator, making it so that there's an opportunity for Team Spirit to do something about it. But honestly, in this kind of case, maybe they should have banned out the Loyi because, again, engages, the counter engages was too much.
I understand why they went for it. I think they're prepared for it now. They pick up the Navaria, which we kind of predicted, and then also the Cloud, which is definitely an answer. Roger on Marl actually looks very promising. I think that maybe given enough time for Team Spirit, maybe they could have done a lot better in this particular game. But as we are stepping into the Land of Dawn, it looked like they really ran out of time.
Again, this feels amazing, but what else is amazing is our Sony MVP of the match here. We're gonna look at our MVP, and I believe it's gonna be Benny Cutie. And dude, getting a one-shot, dude, that was scary, right?
Okay. Being Sunset Lover in this game was a little too much. He was trying to do the job of 2.5 heroes worth. He was doing vision.
Yeah.
He was dealing the damage that will allow for Hiko and Marl to clean up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Again, compared to the Valentina, that is a
Yeah.
CQC mage.
Yeah.
Novaria is just way off. She's not even a Farsa, dude.
Yeah, she's not even a Farsa. Funny story though, funny anecdote. When me and Balay were talking after the draft, he asked like, "Is Nathan still very strong?" I told him that it was very farm dependent, but it's still strong. He can still one-shot the likes of Lapu-Lapu with the barrels.
Yeah.
And you saw, his words were, "Okay, now I have a taste." In Tagalog, of course. Now I have a taste of what the Nathan can do in the late game. And Benny Cutie was 3-0-4, I think, at a certain point in the early game. That's difficult to deal with.
Yeah, right now we're looking at the highlights here. Looking at the highlights, and again, looking at how Benny Cutie has been playing, I want to highlight one thing. He was 2,000 gold ahead of his opponent. Let's think about this, because Nathan is 3 items too, but his items is much more expensive. He completed his 3 items
Exactly.
before the Claude could finish his 3 items. How impressive is that?
Very impressive for the uninitiated. For us, it's like another day at the office for Benny Cutie. The Team Liquid Echo PH lineup, as well as their overall playstyle, they're just really revolve around this data. You saw that one-shot potential.
Oof.
Yep.
If you apply that to even the likes of Lapu-Lapu with the Radiant Armor, I'm telling you, even with the Radiant Armor, because of Benny Cutie's adeptness, is that the thing? Prowess, mastery with this Nathan, he can land that combo very easily.
Here you go. This is what explains it. Mystery shop.
Oh,
no
the
way.
more expensive the item,
Yeah.
cheaper.
Exactly. Like 10%. Wait, is it 5%? 5%
Yeah.
out of 1,000. It's not as big as 5% out of 3,000. So yeah, you're right. So with heroes that has very expensive builds, it's gonna be good. But speaking of which, this is why Benny Cutie is dangerous, because the Natana is good. But say you ban 5 marksmen, Benny Cutie still has something up his shoes, man, because his Beatrix is still there. It's still an option.
There's very little you can do to Benny Cutie in the draft. I think one of the few times that Benny Cutie actually suffers a loss, or teams can get the better of him and his team, is when you when you invalidate what he does. I think that's one thing to do. When you block out Benny Cutie from getting anything done from the early to mid.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to consider he still has something up his sleeves.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Wolf. Can you try to explain this, because he's got something special to show us.
Oh yeah.
How? Explain it to us. I want to see it work. Show us
Yeah.
the illustrator.
Okay, so this is what I call the box. All right, the box. But some people call it the circle.
Circle? Yeah.
Because it's technically a circle,
It's
actually.
a circle.
It's more of a circle. And then let me draw a circle around here. This is the circle of influence. Okay.
The COI.
The COI, Circle of Influence.
Circle of influence. Okay, well, I want to draw it like this. So
There you go.
basically, this is where JP can play around with, and it's he just tanks Kid Bomba's initiation while Caltis is just doing his job, right? So JP will have the Purify available here, completely baiting the Barretts, right? So you can't do anything, and then you cannot go into the circle. Once somebody gets in the circle, automatically dead. Then the circle moves, right? Now the circle is around Sanford. If there's anyone that gets inside that circle once again, they're gonna be taken out. And then you have the teleport afterwards. Again, you can see how deadly this circle control is, Minat, from Team Liquid PH, because every time that you get into their circle of influence, you automatically just die.
And that is a improvement, a development. That's cutting edge tech from what won them the M4 World Championships. It's that same strat. I think in M4, late 2022, early 2023, it was called the box because a hero named Eve was more a thing. But now with heroes like Lu Yi who work with circles, with heroes like Arsa that work with circles,
literally.
now it's the COI.
Yeah, the circle of influence.
It's amazing how the game is always ever evolving.
Yeah.
But the concept still roughly stays the same, which is an area of influence. And we got to look at the Filipino teams because you guys are very good at creating influence over a certain area. Now we got to move to game number 2 because Team Spirit going up against TLPH, Team Spirit needs to win this one because if they win, they still have a shot. If it's a 2-0 for TLPH, then Team Spirit will get eliminated.
And I think that locks in our knockouts
Our groups, exactly.
from this group. Yeah.
Group C.
I feel the pressure, man. Team Spirit, despite their name, right now lacks the drive. I think
Maybe the spirit has been broken.
I hope not. That's what I'm saying. Is I feel the tension. I feel the pressure. And what was that term? That Russian word that describes their play style.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's wow.
It's
I'm
on the tip of our
I want to be
tongues.
careful right here because I might Davai. It's called
Davai,
Davai.
it's
Because I
Davai.
might have said a bad thing, but yeah,
The
they have
Vi gaming, yeah.
the Vi gaming. Yeah, that's right.
They weren't able to do that in game 1. Nay, they weren't able to do that across all of MSC just yet. And we
Yes.
want to see
Yes.
prime Team Spirit.
And I want to really back that up because that's literally what we saw in this particular game. There was one time where we see some semblance of that. And even Baloy, because we were watching the game together, he saw that, okay, that was amazing. They could have won. You even reacted to this, Nafel. There was a part of the game where they could have won it, but there were some mistakes afterwards. When they were able to get a kill off of Carl TZ as well as Sanford, they wanted to back out. There was another play coming out from the side of Team Liquid Echo that they did where Hiko could have survived had it been that Kid Bomba kind of guarded him from the it's like if Kid Bomba just sacrificed himself, Hiko would have lived and they could have prolonged the game, but that didn't happen.
Imagine if Kid Bomba had the Terzla early. Imagine the Terzla wasn't bad now. Imagine if it was one of the first 3 picks. Could have been a very different game because he did a lot in the barrage, but again, just imagine that Terzla though.
Yeah.
That's one of the most Kid Bomba heroes, actually.
Yeah,
The
it is.
Terizla. Maybe second only to the Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the second game. Immediately, Team Spirit bans out that Lu Yi. Understanding the stakes now, because now it's all or nothing. Winning this one gives you a chance.
And when you think about it like that, there's a little voice, I would assume, in at least one of these players' minds is saying, it's just a chance, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
but that's what they need right now.
You need spirit.
Experience.
All of it, and they need to put the exclamation point in the Vi.
Exactly.
They can't be a question mark. That's, I think, one of the moments that Wolf was explaining, describing to us. It was a question mark. They weren't so sure. So with that said, I'm gonna double down. Don't give Kid Bomba a reactive hero. Don't give him a hero that needs to set up with the Detona's Welcome,
Give him
get the
something with
stacks. I would, you know what? I would have preferred the Lapu-Lapu.
Honestly, I'm with you. I'm with you. The Lapu-Lapu does sound great. We got to move on with the draft here. Team Spirit bans out the Faramis, and now TLPH banning out the Moskov as well. Team Spirit, honestly, Marl on the Roger, I felt like he was fine. It's just that they didn't have a lot of opportunities to really engage into the fight, but I don't know. You gotta, like, in my head, Sanji on that Lu Yi just prevented Team Spirit from having that crucial engagement that they wanted.
It's still difficult. I feel that Lu Yi is still a pretty strong hero. That's as the Indonesians would call it, ente from Team Spirit to get that Lu Yi.
Nice
Very
try.
Nice try. But this time they will be banning it out. Maybe they pick up the Roger again as their priority, as it is gonna be open. But instead they snatch the box. Yeah.
This happened before.
Yep.
When Carl doesn't get the box, and he's like, okay, you know what? Box or no utility at all. I'm going damage.
The gloves are off, pal.
Gloves are off.
Okay. Again, a swift response by Coach CJ and Coach Tic Tac, the Roger and the Valentina.
Yes, sir.
Now, Team Spirit can actually pick up that Terizla, can pick up that Lapu-Lapu.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, I understand why they pick up the Minotaur. I feel that Saul.
that was good. I don't mind.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's actually one of the better
maybe early
Minotaur
though.
performances that we've seen all throughout. The Claude is definitely their answer against the Roger, but then again, you kind of expose your complete lineup now. You see 3 confirmed heroes on specific roles.
Yes, Lufel.
What if Pierce the band out, right? And then they give the option to Lapu, but then Kid Bomba's like, what about the Benedetta though?
Oh yeah.
What about the Benedetta?
Okay, here's the thing. The reason why I think they also picked up the Barats in game 1 was they needed a little bit more of confirmed CC because Novaria does none.
Yeah.
That's
She has soft CC with the slows,
yeah.
but they needed a little bit more of a confirm. Oh!
Edith is going to be the answer. Yeah. I think they're just this is just a shopping spree of Team Liquid Echo, just getting all of the best heroes in the meta game that we have right now. Edith is one of the top roamers for sure.
Exactly. I was thinking like, hey, maybe if some way somehow the Rizla, the Lapu-Lapu, you know, even the Benedetta for some odd reason. What if you know Sanford picks it up here? They could have picked up the Edith too. I don't mind that on Bomba.
Also, you have to be really concerned about some of the choices here for Mr. Carl. This is nearing with just the Minotaurs was the backshot. Ling is actually a good pick because you don't have an actual answer, so you gotta have to ban it out. Nolan's actually manageable with the Minotaur if you think about it, as well as the Claude because you have some of those shields. But I understand why they went for it. Good ban on the Novaria as well. You can see the Team Liquid Echo, they're not concerned about the Farsa that can be picked up. They're baiting it out because they can utilize the Dragon or the Yuzhong.
And they can steal the ult too.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, for Team Spirit, if they want more sustain, they have an option on the Ruby.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Like Ruby is still
Julian ban. Ling is available, but so is Alpha. Maybe Alpha can be a consideration here for Team Liquid. As they do like that versus the backshot. They actually picked that up versus the backshot.
I think the numbers are good on that.
Yep.
Their jungle matchup, I'll take them.
Yep. Bakito. All right. So they were forced it out. I think that, you know, this smells like Ling. This smells like Ling last pick.
They want to go fast. They want to go. Again, it's the same kind of lineup. It's low to the ground. It's only the Ling really you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Because Benecutie can take care of himself in the gold lane.
Yeah, Nana's great for Team Spirit. I wonder if they're considering that. Arlott is actually really good.
Better.
Go for Vexile. All right, so Team Spirit, let's go very natural, very front to back. And then Team Liquid PH, they're going to oblige with that. Let's go front to back. Let's just win it. The greater box wins.
Okay, how's about to answer that front to back? An X-Borg, cut right through it.
I mean, casters, you see, this might be a front-to-back kind of composition. Fight fire with fire, fist on fist. And now we're passing it over to you guys because, again, this match is going to be insane.
Thanks to Fel Leo and as well as Wolf. I agree with Wolf's statement here. This entire game is whose box is going to be better.
Whose box is better? Whose box is bigger? I will say this, I think Team Liquid PH has a bit of a faster box here. You got the Paquito, you have some quick movements here. Valentino with the dashes, Roger as well. So just like we saw last time, we saw them attack from a lot of angles. I think Team Spirit needs to watch out for that.
I think worst yet, the EXP is going to be a very big driving force for both of these teams, right? Terry Bogard, Paquito has good peel overall. Arlott, a huge playmaker, especially for Kid Bomba, right? He loves these playmaking styles of heroes. We're going to go into a pause, see what the tech issue and sort it out as quick as possible. Luckily, we have our marshals on hand to ensure that competitive integrity is always at an all-time high. Now, coming back to this, right? As much as these boxes are bigger, better, and faster, when we look over to Team Team Spirit specifically, when they are approaching these fights, right? Especially since they're playing the Minotaur all over again, it's a very traditional style of, hey, we're going to be fighting for neutral objectives specifically.
You know, I think the neutral objectives specifically, one of the things that I'm worried, you mentioned the XP lane a little bit ago and how that's going to be a big driving force. We saw in last game, Team Liquid heavy focus onto Kid Bomba there. I mean, they were completely just giving him a hard time nonstop. So my thoughts are, I want to see Team Spirit either answer back or answer on the other side. Go for gold lane. Try to catch Benecutie off because Benecutie was able to scale. He comes out very strong in the mid game. So again, I think if they can give Hiko some room to shine or give Bomba some room to shine, but they have to maybe. They gave up neutral objectives last time. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if they're going to go for that again, they need to find something up in those off lanes?
Well, I think we need to look at the technical advantages, right, that Liquid Echo did to be able to force Team Spirit not to walk through these neutral objectives easily. And a lot of that just comes down to, does Kid Bomba have his flicker available? These battle spells are valuable, but it's also a huge tell. But let's jump into it. Tech difficulty's over. Team Spirit on the blue side up against Liquid Echo on the red.
So you mentioned the neutral objectives. Now we'll cover that. Like, who do we think has the better, at least in this early game? Do we think that Team Spirit, you know, having the level 4 Kid Bomba, having the big knockup from Sawo, having some of those possibilities with the Guardian, do we think they should do a little better, maybe first, second, third turtle?
I think Team Spirit most likely would do better on the second turtle. I mean, it kind of depends on the EXP laners here, right? Whether Kid Bomba is trunked out, like what's the state of the lane? Does Sanford not have his flicker? Whoa! I can pounce to try and take that away. Really looking for these river crabs.
And this time, Liquid Echo switching things up. They're still going to go up to top side, but this time Gold Lane is the top side, and they're pressuring on it, keeping Hiko down.
What?
Oh, a lot of damage on a Sunset Lover there. Already brought down. Gonna possibly have to go back to base here. Does he go to clear his wave first? You can see Liquid PH waiting for him to come out.
They're like, make the mistakes. Make the mistake.
Oh, they dash in, get the knock up, and down goes Sunset Lover. First blood over to Sanji. We called it.
Oh, you saw it, man. You saw it and you caught it. Oh my goodness. Wait, they might actually get one back into Sanji, unless he's got flicker though.
Tomorrow's gonna chase pool. Sanji, the disrespect.
Every year he gets more and more disrespectful. Some may say it's puberty. Others may say he's just that good.
You just get cynical with age after a while, you know? You just get cynical with age. And Sanji on the Valentina, we know how scary it can be. We know how mechanically inclined he can be on this thing. But Hiko versus Benny. This is the 1v1 I've been won all year.
He's messing
Benny
with
taking
him.
a little bit of damage.
He's messing with him. That's actually really disrespectful. I don't know whether he still has the Lycan Pounce or not, but I'm pretty sure he's holding it.
All right. Big Minoan's Fury gonna get the knockup. Does this buy Team Spirit some time? Carl Teasy still able to get the turtle. Plus Marl. A 2-for-1 make it a 3-for-1 deal. 2 here. Oh! 4-for-1 snack back, baby. You got a turtle and 3 Team Spirit menu on the menu. Team Liquid Echo looking good.
That just looked like appetizers. Like, honestly, looking at that match, the way Benny is playing, the way Sanji is playing as well, it looks like Liquid Echo, they can really let loose. They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's comfy. And they're sitting at a comfy position in groups. And yeah, man, this is what they thrive off, right? They love the chaos. It's one of the things that, attracts a lot of people to Liquid Echo, is that they're just a team that's willing to kind of break the norm of the PH chill and get a little crazy sometimes.
Of course, of course. Some may even say that they're not a boring team to watch, right? I mean, they're exciting. They like to take these risks. They like to be able to push the envelope as much as they can. And that's why I'm a very big fan of them, right? They remind me very much of my own region, except they're way more consistent and their insurance policies are just through the roof. I don't know. They're getting premium on everything.
They give our crazy regions some hope of what we could aspire to be.
Oh!
Big hit. He going to bad spot, able to pop the Blazing Duet. Marl able to come in with his Tortoise Poisons. Sawo gets a knock up. JP knocked up again and taken out. Sunset Lover puts a kill into his pocket, but out comes the last insanity. Sawo in trouble. Marl as well.
Oh my goodness.
Benny Cutie, Lycan Pounce finds the kill. Marl goes down to the knockout punch. Sunset Lover under the tower once again, in between 2 walls, in between 2 monsters. Benny Cutie finds the kill.
Clean dive for the side of Liquid Echo, taking no casualties here. Minimal damage. I mean, unfortunately, it's JP's fault as always, so we don't really consider him part of the KDA. But for the most part of it, let's look at the replay one more time, because this, honestly, it looked pretty good from the side of Team Spirit. They got the initial pushback, but unfortunately, Sanji steals the correct ultimate to initiate this dive. And honestly, this is the funny part. Sanford's like, I'm gonna tank a couple of shots. And Benny QT said, how about you tank a couple more? Just for me.
Just for me. And that's, I mean, this is the same replay of last game. Team Spirit gets 1, Liquid Echo gets 2, man. Every time it feels like Team Spirit gets a great play, Liquid Echo outplays. Sawo now pushed back. Turtle brought down to about 70%. Kid Bomba look for the dashes through, gets tossed up, knocked up. Down comes the Guardian. JP, oh, but the final slash misses. In the knockup from Sanji. Sawo, his own skill used against him. Liquid Echo now on the turtle, and Team Spirit got a hightail out.
No way. That could have been, that's just failure of execution, right? They had everything in place. It just didn't happen. And Team Spirit forced to take a step back, losing more tempo, and now Marl has to pay the price.
Now they're in their jungle. Kid Bomba getting invaded. Sabo comes in to help out, but Sanford, he did his job, man. He's gonna send Kid Bomba back to base before he even touches lane.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Bomba is trying to rush that Thunderbelt really, really quick here. And for Sanford, he doesn't mind. You can rush it all you want. I'm quite ahead in this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, there's a gold deficit, a level deficit across the map. Team Spirit back to the starting place of we just got to wait this out and hope that we can make it to a point where we scale and can fight. Nice final slash coming from Kid Bomba, still under the tower though. PH doesn't care. They're gonna take shots to the face just to get this kill. Kid Bomba trying to defend, doing everything he can, but in comes Marl. Maybe they can get something. Yes, Sanford goes down. Team Spirit finds something in the chaos.
Oh, finally a save, some saving grace, and maybe a way to come back into this game. JP, I mean, he's in some trouble here, but I think, does he have Flicker? Oh, he does.
Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
Just give him some time. Wait, Marl
doesn't want to let him be okay. JP gets knocked up. Stop for the toss. Wait a second. A lot of damage. JP won't be able. Oh, no, not like this. JP and Sanford comes in. The response. Carl Teasy shows up. They're here for blood, and Marl goes down.
Oh my goodness. I literally even. I was expecting Sanford to punch you in the throat, but it ended up being JP who took your breath away. What is this? You don't get to see JP flex that often, but man, that was a statement.
I felt that one. Made me cough up for a second. That punch came through the land of Dawn, connected to me. Let's take a replay.
I mean, what can I really say about that? JP, he knows that he's ahead. He's really messing with his team right now, Team Spirit.
God, how does JP do this, playing the distance? This is the limit pushing we were talking about at its finest. Even Benny.
Stop it! Show them some respect, Liquid Echo. Put respect on their name. I mean, I bet when they went back to their playrooms, they looked at each other and they were like, hey, how low can we go?
How low can we? Yeah, they're going for all-time low here, but that all-time low is looking good. It's a 9-2, 4,000 goal lead. Sanji looking for Sawo.
Oh,
walks into Hiko though. Does get immune, but IMU every time in the damage on a Sunset Lover. Benny Cutie finds another. Hiko with a blazing duet, looking for anything he can, but he can't get the outplay today. Sanji, Kid Bomba able to find and takes him out. Kid Bomba with a dash through, find a slash, but it's not enough. Kenny, Benny, 3 for 1. Looking good right now.
Incredible game sense coming in from Liquid Echo. Like they don't have to see them. It's process of elimination. Let's look at the replay one more time because the ambush almost looked good, but the turnaround from Sanji is just too much to handle, right? Carl Teasy is having the time of his life. He's pretty much unkillable to the entire squad of Team Spirit. But what's worse yet is the fact that no matter what happens, Benny QT finds these kills. And look, even Sanji is just like, what are we doing here, boys? We're having too good of a time.
I wish I had some sound for that. I was reading his lips a little there.
Yeah, I think he said, word bar for bar, I love you guys. Hope to see you next time.
I like it. I like it. Benny Cutie, he's ready to see Kid Bomba right here, right now, not next time. Sanford as well. The whole team here. Oh, the disrespect.
Stop it. Oh my goodness, they're already down. It's 3-12.
You know, Bomba's the type of player that gets in your head, but today, Liquid Echo is in Bomba's head. Sabo with a nice knock-up. Sanford, though, with a response, able to flick back. No kill for Team Spirit. Liquid Echo, here to play, here to stay. Kid Bomba down. Benny Cutie with another kill. He's 6-0-2 right now, Gideon.
Perfect game. So far, perfect game. They're trying to maintain it here. It's between Benny and Carl. Which one's going to have the tarnished KDA at the end of the game?
All right, Lord's up. Team Spirit won't be able to contest this. They're just too quick with it. Marl is keeping vision. Sanji, I love how he goes and takes the Cyclone just in case. Just for safe measures, the insurance packages.
I'm telling you,
Premiums.
dude, these premiums are too good, and they keep on getting profit after profit. They're like, oh, you broke our ankles. Oh no, if only I didn't get 100,000 off of it, and now we're going to take your arms at the same time.
Kidneys, livers. They're taking it all.
They're taking all their internal organs at this point, and we're looking for that killing blow from the side of Liquid Echo, right? When are they going to try and end this? And if it extends too long, will it end up like game number 1, going over like 20 minutes and Team Spirit finally scaling?
All right, Team Spirit just defending. Lord gonna be coming soon, like a movie near you. What do they do here?
Honestly, pray. At this point of time, they're not too far, right? I'm gonna do some math here. 7,000 behind. Team Spirit probably have to give up all their out-of-tier turrets, but the most important part is the 50-50 when it comes down to holding these inhibitors. Either way, it's a pretty big death sentence. If they lose 2 inhibitors, 1, it's okay. Maybe they can survive.
Kid Bomba, if he can get the final... I mean, that might work. Sanford gonna get knocked up. A bunch of combo. He can't move today. Hiko gets the kill. But now Team Liquid want revenge. Hiko able to just get away with a Blazing Duet. Final Insanity comes out, locked onto Marl. Marl gonna get knocked up. Can he escape? No. Godlike kill for Benny Cutie, and Lord is knocking at the door right now. Hiko's got to move up to shred this. Team Liquid, though, with one of their men down, they're gonna try to play this safe. Not overhaul, not over push. They got an inhibitor. They could walk away happy here.
I had to take a moment to see whether TLPH was actually going to do it, right? Who knows with these guys, right?
True.
We don't know how far these premiums actually go. But let's look at take a look at the items so far, and it looks like, ooh, okay. I think JP's getting a little greedy here with his build. We'll see whether he does complete it. But so far, Benny QT pretty much at the end of his build, right? He's still opting to go for some extra damage. I don't know if he wants to buy a situational item sooner rather than later. But look at how unkillable Carl TZ is.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going down at this point. And look at Benny, man, just waiting. He's doing the stutter step. Check in, wait for the play, decides to back off, but they still get a bunch here.
The man's orb walking, man. The man is literally moonwalking to a certain degree. He's got all this movement in the world, and I don't think Team Spirit can catch him unless he does the Sanford, walks on and gets hit by like everything.
Because there's a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot, but Team Spirit needs to get more than just one, right? To really come. They can't just get one member. They need to get 2 members with that combo, and then they can really come out on top of a fight. And don't get me wrong, it is possible, but it is looking grim. The last game we saw them drag things out. Can they do it again?
I think it's definitely possible, right? Because Liquid Echo, they're a team that follows certain conditions to close out the game. And a lot of it revolves around the Lord. I mean, look at their draft, right? It's not like they can keep on sending JP and Sanford into this team fight composition that Team Spirit has.
And at what point does Team Spirit... Ooh, they might try to go for this. Marl looking for the in. He's trying to get in. Carl TZ still gets it, and now they're in a bad spot. Kid Bomba gonna try to get away here, but the last Insanity connects. Lycan Pounce connects. Kid Bomba goes down. Benny finds the kill, and here comes the big... No, oh, wait a second, the turnaround. Hiko shows up. This is big. Sawa looking for Sanford. Sanford falls. Hiko looking for more. Oh, TS. Gonna maybe back up, but Benny versus Hiko. And Hiko gets the kill. They're looking for another one. JP in trouble. Gonna back off. Hiko still invading, but he walks into a last Insanity, takes it to the face, and doesn't care. Carl TZ on the run. Team Spirit showing up, but they got a Lord coming to them. Team Spirit's got to go back.
Yep, let's look at that replay one more time. What exactly happened here? Because once this fight, I mean, this play coming in from Hiko, at the very least, it should have been a kill onto Carl TZ's side. But notice that they won that fight without the final slash from Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba ended up dying before it even happened. You can see that Benny is like, oh, Carl's got the perfect ADA now. My record.
My record. Is it just Carl now? Yeah, he's unkillable, I feel like, this one. What has he got on his items? We got the Immortality, Brute Force, little Oracle there for flavor. I like it. What is going next?
Ice Queen's Wand.
Ice Queen's Wand?
Yep. Just to really stay on top of things and peel for his team. Well, Even though Liquid Echo may have made this mistake, at least for Team Spirit, that was huge for them, right? Look at the gold lead. Now they're coming up to their 42k power spike, right? Liquid Echo still ahead of them by 4,000, but that's only to buy situational items for those who've already completed them, or more importantly, for the rest of the team who don't earn as much gold like JP, or even, well, it used to be Sanji, but I would say Sanford still needs a bit of catching up to do.
You know, and Team Spirit are now able to buy enough time. We saw it in the last fight. Sanji used the Minoan's Fury first with the IMU, and Sawo responds with it after, and that's when the fight turnarounds. And now that Team Spirit, they've got enough items, they've gotten enough items in that they can last 5 seconds in a fight, right? To where they can use their skill second and buy time to turn the tides.
Yeah, they do eat their vitamins to get that level of like tankiness, right? Kid Bamba has been stacking the Thunderbelt for a while, and now Carl TZ, he's taken the mantle. I have the perfect KDA, but I can also tank a lot of damage. Look at that, he's fine, he's fine. Even without the immortality, he's a nuisance unless Hiko says, hey, we need to go in now, but they don't know. Where's Benny QT? Wait a minute, where's Sanford?
Yeah, where's everyone? Like, I mean, even Sanji hiding down on the bot side now. The positioning from Team Spirit taking a much more, you know, they got a big box right now. It contains the map. Can Team Spirit find the hidden member, though, and catch somebody off? That's what they've been looking for. Carl TZ takes a bit of damage once again. Final slashed. Fragile armor still up. Does have the ult. Locks on a Sunset Lover. Sunset Lover taking a lot of damage. Here comes Benny looking for the cleanup. Basawo gets the knockup. No Minoan's Fury. But Hiko comes in with a Blazing Duet. A lot of damage out of Carl TZ onto Benny. Benny immortality pops. Can Hiko away? Sanford! Sanford on the base. They're not going to be able to save it. Sanford with the sneaky back door. This is how Liquid Echo welcomes you to MSC.
Welcome to the top 0.1%. Not everybody gets to these heights. Not everybody can stay on their